Okay, let's learn some new elements. In this tutorial, we'll learn about the paragraph element and then a void element called the break. Let's open the file that we used in the last tutorial. So in Visual Studio Code, there's a couple of different ways you can open files, but I really want you to get familiar with this little Explorer pane you can use over here, because it allows us to open entire folders at one time. I kind of went over this in the tutorial, but we can click here, Open Folder, and then you would navigate to your Google Drive shared folder, and then you should have some kind of Chapter 2 folder there. And when you click Open, it will show you on the pane all the files that you have in that folder. Now, I only have one file in that folder right now, and you can see it here. But once you do that, you have opened that entire folder. You don't have to navigate back every time that you want to open a new file. You can just click on it over here on your Explorer. When you get ready to minimize that Explorer, you can click the Explorer button again. So it's a toggle feature. One time opens it and one time closes it. Okay, so we're back at the heading document that we completed in the last tutorial where we learned about the H1 through H6 tags. Let's learn about a paragraph tag because, you know, typing an entire website with just H1s, H2s, H3s, that would be pretty crazy. So let's add a paragraph tag. A paragraph tag is just a P. You have an open and a close. Again, remember the close tag is represented with that slash, and everything that you want to be formatted as a paragraph needs to appear or needs to be typed between that opening tag and that closing tag. So let's say this is a sample paragraph. Heading tags can help to make your pages more accessible and usable. It is good coding practice to use heading tags to outline the structure of your web page content. Now give that a quick proofread after you type, and you may have noticed that mine word wrapped. Yours may not. It may have typed it all on one line. And remember, that's not invalid. We could theoretically type a whole HTML document on one line. But I have set mine up to word wrap. And it's somewhere in here, right here under View, Toggle Word Wrap maybe? Yeah. View under your code menu, and turn your toggle word wrap on, and that will keep you from having everything on one line. So when it gets to the end of the window, it'll move to the next line. Okay? All right, so once you've proofread it, you may need to pause the video to get that whole paragraph typed. That's fine. Then we'll do an Alt-B to open in the browser. And you can see it typed this whole paragraph on one line. The text is formatted slightly different than the headings because these are bolder and larger. We can also, if we decrease the size of this window, you will see that the paragraph wraps. Okay, but let's look at something really quick. So let's say I wanted this is a sample paragraph to be on its own individual line. So I press enter here in my code editor. Is it going to make a change on my website? So I'm going to go back to the website and refresh, and no, it did not. That's because I could put several enters here, but the HTML is not going to interpret an enter that I pressed on the keyboard as a space that it needs to add to the document. It's still a paragraph. So if we want to have a line break, we want this to appear on its own line and this to appear below it, you add a break tag. A break tag is a void character. It does not have a closing tag. You only have to type this BR. Okay? So then if we view in the browser, Alt-B, you'll see this sentence is on its own line. Okay? And that is the break tag. All right, on to the next one.